Long ago, there were two powerful kingdoms, the Nan Ciao kingdom in the south and the Bayon kingdom in the north. These kingdoms fought for many years, causing much suffering. They finally made peace, but it only lasted for 10 years. When the king of the northern kingdom was overthrown by a new ruler, the war started again. One day in Phoenix City, the capital of the southern kingdom, two messengers from the north came to see the king. They brought gold powder as a gift, but it was a trap. The gold powder turned into fire, but luckily the king was saved. The two northern messengers were caught. The king's advisor, Master Guan, said this was like a declaration of war. He asked the king to hold a contest to pick a war general who would lead their army. The king agreed. Master Guan sent eagles to carry this news to the 8 clans across the kingdom. One eagle reached the King Yan clan. The leader told everyone about the contest. Each clan had to send 3 fighters to take part. They needed to arrive in Phoenix City before the full moon with their clan seal. If they refused, the king would destroy their clan. A young thief named Don, also called Yilong, who was being punished, agreed to join. His job was usually stealing. A soldier named Xiao Chu also joined. When the leader mentioned Master Guan's name, a man picking up would offer to join too. His name was Chu Han. Even though people thought Chu Han was a troublemaker, no one else wanted to join the contest. Before leaving for Phoenix City, Don visited his mother's grave. The leader told him about how his pregnant mother came from the border badly hurt before she died. She left behind a broken comb but didn't have time to say who Don's father was. Don took the comb and said he wanted to learn about where he came from. The leader gave Chu Han a spear with a broken tip. He said when Chu Han came to the village 10 years ago, he was tightly holding this spear which had the name Chu carved on it. The spear had saved Chu Han's life back then. The 3 men left King Yan village and had to cross a desert to reach Phoenix City. During their trip, Xiao Chu told Don about a special forest near Phoenix City where people could learn about their past, but not many knew where it was. Suddenly, a giant scorpion appeared from the sand. It grabbed Xiao Chu and pulled him underground. The scorpion then attacked Chu Han and Don. After a tough fight, they defeated the scorpion, but Xiao Chu was dead. Chu Han told Don they needed to hurry to Phoenix City or their whole clan would be killed. That night in the desert, Don asked Chu Han why he wanted to join the contest when the villagers didn't respect him. Chu Han said he wanted revenge for the person who once owned his spear. He told a story about fighting with his clan against the northern forces. His brother, Chu Sing, led their forces and managed to kill the enemy general. But in the end, they were surrounded because Master Guan didn't send help as promised. Chu Han's brother saved him, but the entire Chu clan was wiped out. Chu Han blamed Master Guan for not sending reinforcements. Meanwhile in Phoenix City, Master Guan met with a secret messenger from the northern kingdom. The messenger reminded Guan of his mission to help conquer the southern kingdom. Guan promised his plan would work. During the final tournament, he would trap the royal family in a special room and burn them alive. The next morning, Chu Han and Don continued their journey. They saw the lizard clan chasing a girl who had stolen their clan seal. Chu Han told Don not to get involved. Suddenly, a desert storm hit them. Everyone looked for shelter. Don saw someone from the lizard clan being carried away by the storm and helped him. Chu Han also helped. After the storm ended, Don saw a woman with a blue veil, but when Chu Han turned around, she vanished. The man they helped was named Jia Lu. He gave them a horse to thank them. Don asked about the mystical forest, but Jia Lu said it was just a fairy tale. They continued to Phoenix City on horseback. They arrived in Phoenix City on time. At the entrance, Don saw 2 people hanging with tattoos on their arms. Chu Han said they were enemies from the north, and the tattoo was the mark of northern citizens. Inside the rest area where all the fighters gathered, the woman they saw in the desert appeared. Her name was Jin Gang. The lizard clan tried to get their seal back from her, but Jin Gang said she would return it later if she won the tournament. A fight started. Don wanted to help, but Chu Han stopped him. In the end, the lizard clan got their seal back. Later, Master Guan arrived with his assistant Bayon and his large pet dog. Everyone kneeled except Chu Han, who stared at Master Guan with anger. Don quickly tied Chu Han's legs and forced him to kneel. Master Guan said if anyone quit the contest, all members of their clan would be punished. He announced that the first round would be held in 2 days. The King Yan clan was missing 1 member because Xiao Chu died. Chu Han and Don had to find someone new. Jin Gang, who heard this, followed them. They went to the slave market, where prisoners from the north were sold. They saw 2 women fighting. One named Bai Nu defeated her opponent by strangling her with a chain. When Bai Nu saw Chu Han's spear, she seemed to remember something. Jin Gang accidentally bumped Chu Han's hand, making it look like he wanted to buy Bai Nu. Chu Han had to buy her. Then Jin Gang approached Chu Han and Don, asking to join their team. Chu Han refused at first because he doubted her skills. Jin Gang took an apple and Don's knife and cut the apple skillfully, giving half to Bai Nu. Seeing this, Don wanted her to join. Finally, Chu Han agreed. That night, Bai Nu tried to attack Chu Han because her father, a northern general, was killed by Chu Han's brother's spear in the war. It turned out Bai Nu's father was the general of the Northern Army. Chu Han said he would let Bai Nu kill him to make up for what his brother did, but only after he killed Master Guan. The first round of the contest began. 3 teams would move to the next round. The 3 team members had to be tied together. When the signal sounded, all fighters jumped into the arena. They tried to defeat other teams and cross to the finish line. The arena was a circle of chains with sharp spikes below, so anyone who fell would die. They also had to avoid giant rolling balls. The first team to reach the finish line was the XCX1 clan, made up of 3 women. With great difficulty, the King Yan clan took second place. One fighter from the Falcon clan got his leg trapped in a chain. The clan leader, Wen Taiyu, had to cut off his teammate's leg and carry him to the finish line. The fighters who lost got a stamp on their face that said loser. Master Guan gave prizes to the winners. Chu Han wanted to attack Guan, but Don held him back. Guan saw Chu Han's spear and recognized it as his brother's. From the roof, Bai Nu watched with an arrow, ready to kill Chu Han if he killed Guan. But Chu Han didn't attack. Later, while eating, Jin Gang took Don's comb, thinking it belonged to his girlfriend. Don explained it was the only thing he had from his mother. Jin Gang felt bad because she didn't know who her parents were. Don invited her to look for the mystical forest together. Chu Han gave food to Bai Nu, who was sitting in a corner looking at the apple Jin Gang gave her. Bai Nu asked why Chu Han didn't kill Guan when he had the chance. Chu Han said he would still kill Guan, but not yet. Suddenly, they were attacked by fighters from the Tiger Roar clan. Don and Jin Gang came to help. One of the attackers was shot by someone else. It turned out Master Guan had sent the Tiger Roar clan to kill Chu Han, but when they failed, Guan had them killed. Chu Han realized Don and Jin Gang would be in danger if they stayed with him, so he told them to leave, but they refused. Jin Gang said if they won the tournament, Chu Han could become war general and then fight Master Guan properly. That night, Don met Bai Nu while looking for food. Bai Nu asked why Don was still alive when he didn't even know who he was. Don said he didn't know his past but felt he needed to protect others. This made Bai Nu think. She went to the slave market and freed her friends. When a guard tried to stop her, she told him to leave instead of killing him. Bai Nu then went into a cage and slept there, unsure of her purpose in life. The second round began. The 3 winning teams, the XCX1 clan, the Falcon clan, and the King Yan clan, had to steal the egg of the Beast King, a monster from the north that had been captured. The Beast King lived in a cave and was very dangerous. On the way, Jin Gang saw a beautiful flower and wanted to pick it, but Don stopped her because the flower was poisonous. Chu Han touched the flower and was poisoned. His body grew weak. Don and Jin Gang told him to rest. Chu Han said the cure was an orange moss that grew on the Beast King's head. Now, besides stealing the egg, they also needed to find the antidote. The XCX1 clan was attacked by plants that wrapped around their bodies. The Falcon clan avoided the plants and found the Beast King's egg. They took it, but as they left, one of them was caught by the plants. Only Wen Taiyu remained from the Falcon clan. The Beast King, seeing its egg was taken, came out. The cave shook. The egg slipped from Wen Taiyu's hands to Jin Gang, who was then chased by the Beast King. She passed the egg to Don, and they were both chased. To escape, Don and Jin Gang hung onto a rock above the Beast King. From there, they saw the orange moss on its head. When the Beast King got stuck in a narrow space, Don took some moss for Chu Han. After taking the moss, Chu Han got better. Jin Gang wanted to leave with the egg, but Don had another idea. He wanted to help free the Beast King from the metal helmet stuck on its head. Jin Gang decided to help. They pulled the rope attached to the helmet, and with Chu Han's help, they removed it. Don placed the egg in front of the Beast King and promised to return it after the tournament. The Beast King seemed to understand and let them go. Back in the city, the fighters who failed were marked as losers. Master Guan congratulated the King Yan clan for winning but said only one person could become war general. The 3 teammates would have to fight each other to the death. Don and Jin Gang immediately said they would give up so Chu Han could win, but Guan refused. They had to fight. While they were worried about this, the mysterious woman in the blue veil who Don had seen before suddenly appeared. She said she was an old friend of Don's father and invited them to the mystical forest. They followed her. In the forest, magical things happened. They heard Chu Han's brother telling him to stay alive. They heard Don's mother saying Don was born to bring peace to the 2 kingdoms. She revealed that Don was the son of the Northern King, who was killed by a traitor. That's why his mother ran away to the border and died after giving birth. The woman in the blue veil said Don was born with kindness, which was why he liked to help others. To prove this, she told Don to put blood on his left arm. A golden mark appeared, the special mark of the royal family of the north. Learning this, Chu Han was upset that Don was from the Northern Kingdom, the same place that killed his family. He decided to leave. Jin Gang ran after him, saying she had never felt the warmth of a family until she met Chu Han and Don. She considered them like brothers, but Chu Han still left her alone. The woman told Don he was meant to bring peace between the kingdoms. She said he should return to the north to take back his throne. However, if Master Guan's plan worked, the southern kingdom would be destroyed. Don was more worried about Chu Han and Jin Gang, who would have to fight each other the next day. He decided to protect them first. In the forest, Chu Han met Bai Nu, who was saying goodbye. She said she had gotten rid of her hatred and wanted to live freely. She gave Chu Han the apple from Jin Gang and left. Chu Han felt bad and went to find Jin Gang to say sorry. He found her surrounded by Master Guan and his men. Jin Gang tried to fight but was outnumbered. Chu Han came to help, but Guan stabbed Jin Gang in the leg. Guan told Chu Han to surrender or Jin Gang would suffer more. Chu Han gave up, but Guan still stabbed Jin Gang, leaving her dying. Guan and his men took Chu Han away. Don found Jin Gang badly hurt with Chu Han's spear nearby. Jin Gang's body was powerless and she was dying. With her last breath, she told Don that Guan had captured Chu Han and begged him to save their friend. Don held her as she died, his tears falling. Before leaving, Don respectfully prepared Jin Gang's body. The next day, Don met Wen Taiyu, who was going home. Don told him the tournament was a trap to overthrow the kingdom. The loser's mark was Master Guan's way of dividing the 8 clans. Wen Taiyu didn't care at first, but Don convinced him to work with the other clans to stop Guan's plan, while Don would focus on saving Chu Han. In the city center, Master Guan told the king that Chu Han was a traitor planning to attack the king in the final round. He asked the king to execute Chu Han right away. Just before the execution, Don arrived and asked to fight Chu Han himself. He said as the last contestant who made it to the finals, he had the right to become war general by defeating Chu Han. The crowd cheered for this idea, and the king agreed. Meanwhile, Wen Taiyu gathered the other clans and told them Master Guan was actually an enemy spy. They headed back to the city to protect the king. In the arena, Don gave Chu Han his spear. He told Chu Han to fight so they could save each other. Don used Jin Gang's sword to block weapons flying at them. At first, Chu Han was still sad about Jin Gang, but then he started fighting too. Seeing this, Master Guan ordered his men to start a riot. Many people in the crowd turned out to be northern soldiers in disguise. Guan pretended to protect the king and led him and his aides to a special room. Once the king was inside, they discovered the exit door wouldn't open. Then Guan locked the entrance door from outside. The room began filling with heat as all ventilation was closed off. The king realized Guan was a traitor. A big battle broke out. Chu Han fought Guan's dog with help from Bai Nu, who stabbed the dog's eye. Knights from other clans joined them and killed the dog, but Bai Nu was bitten and died from blood loss. Master Guan climbed to the top of a building and spilled fuel everywhere. Don chased him, but Guan set the building on fire and escaped using a large kite. Don jumped onto the kite to stop him. Meanwhile, Chu Han and Wen Taiyu tried to break down the door to save the king, who was trapped in the burning room. After a big explosion, they managed to open the door. Chu Han saved the king, but Wen Taiyu was hit by the explosion and badly burned. Don and Guan fell from the sky. Chu Han rushed to Guan and attacked him furiously. He finally killed Guan by impaling him on a dragon statue. After the fire was put out, the king thanked all the knights who helped him. Chu Han was made war general. He asked for Jin Gang to be given a knight's title too, even though she had died. The king agreed. Don went to the Beast King's Valley to return its egg as promised. Later, a statue of Jin Gang was built in Phoenix City to honor her. Don visited her grave and left half of his mother's comb there. He told Chu Han he would go to the Northern Kingdom to take back his throne. Chu Han said they should not meet again because he didn't want to start another war between the kingdoms.